No scripts, just Jesus. This is Unscripted Discipleship, and I am Olugbenga Sawyer. Today, I'm going to be talking about an important aspect of discipleship. This aspect of discipleship is such an important one that if we're going to disciple well, we need to consider it as we disciple people. And what I am going to be talking about is that discipleship is about creating families. It is about creating families. Jesus showed us this by his process of making disciples. Even God started by creating a family of God. And that is how we should and we would get results if we are going to make a difference with discipleship. The truth is that many of the representation of God we have on earth today does not really look like family. They are more organizations than family. And organizations are easy to form because all I need to do is to meet the KPIs we have set. Once I meet the KPIs, everything is fine. You don't need to get into my business. I don't need to get into your business. But God thinks about it differently. He thinks family. Family is harder to create and to form because in family, we see messy things. We deal with messy things. We know how people eat. We know how they sleep. We know how they dress. We know how they think. We know a lot of things about them that they normally will hide when they are outside in organizations. So many of those representations today run away from creating this family because of the mess. However, God thinks it is the best way to be most effective. We create families. The way as it is in the natural, so it is in the spiritual. By the way, you know that your biological children are really not your own as well. Yes, you are caretakers. God has entrusted those lives into your hands to help Him nurture them. The same goes for your spiritual children, who are your disciples. God has entrusted their destinies into your hand so that you can nurture them for Him. And just like things happen in the natural family, they happen the same way in the spiritual family. First of all, your children will do what they see you do before they do what you tell them to do. The same thing happens with discipleship. There has to be modeling. They need to see you do the things you are calling them to do before they are able to do it. However, as you think about that, you will find out that what happens and obtains in the natural family must also obtain in the spiritual family. The way you treat every child uniquely in the natural family is the way you must treat every disciple uniquely as you are growing God family. In fact, every disciple comes with their temperament, with their wiring, with the way they are made, with their uniqueness. And you cannot do a one-size-fits-all when you are discipling. You must treat each disciple as separate as that person is. So programs don't work for discipleship. The purpose, the objective, and the process of raising children is the same as the purpose, the objective, and the process of making disciples. The purpose of raising children or having children is multiplication. We want to have more of our own kind of people on earth. We want to extend our family lineage. The same thing happens with discipling. We disciple because we want to multiply the Jesuses on earth. We want to multiply the family of God on earth. What is the objective? You do not give birth to a child and expect that child to be the same way they are after 18 years. You expect to have seen some transformation. The same thing happens with discipleship. When people come into your life to disciple them, they must experience transformation. There must be a gradual transformation that happens in their lives and with them. Information by itself also does not transform. If it does, we would have created a book that is titled How to Grow Up. And we'll give birth to a child and hand it over to that child and say, I'll see you in 18 years. Read that book and you all know that that's not going to happen. If they are going to grow up the way they should grow, they must have more than information. And that leads us to the next thing. However, the same thing happens with discipleship. Just giving them information about scriptures, just giving them scriptures does not cause for transformation. You must see transformation by the process of discipleship. And the process of discipleship is relationship. You must disciple people in relationship. The way we see transformation with our children is by being in relationship with them. So remember this, as it is in the natural, so it is in the spiritual. The purpose for discipling, which is the same as that for having children, is multiplication. The objective is transformation, and the process is relationship. So, question for you from this episode is, that person you are discipling, are you thinking like this as you look at them? If not, start thinking like this. If you are, continue. You are on the right track. Thank you for being with us on this episode. We hope that you have enjoyed this. If this really blessed you, kindly click on the subscribe button. Turn on notifications so that whenever we bring something new, you are the first to know. But also, don't forget to share the link with somebody else who you think this will bless. Until next time, continue following, continue transforming, continue becoming more and more like Jesus. God bless you.